Representation of Mishkan, the tabernacle in the wilderness. It was portable because during the times that they were in the wilderness, they had to move because you couldn't stay in one place for too long. You got something like 2 million people in one area. It gets cluttered real fast. So, but as you see, the curtains that surround, that make up, as you can see in the representation over here, and that it had 11 covers over it. It had 11 covers over it. It made it portable so they could be able to take it and move it. What you see here is when you came into the Holy of Holies. The only one that could come in was the high priest. As you can see, the representation of the ephod. Inside here, there was a pouch that folded over. And they put the Urim and they don't know what they were. They thought they were stones. And when they were inserted into this pouch, each one of these stones had the name of the tribe on each one. So when the and Tumim, perfect light, shined through the pouch, it would light up, and they would ask questions of Yahweh to be able to find out the answer. That's the way he would communicate with the high priest. One of the ways, but also the high priest had the Holy Spirit, because there was times, even like Ananias. Ananias was the high priest the year that Yeshua was crucified. And he gave a prophecy, and it was by the Holy Spirit. He said, one man should give his life for the nation, because he doesn't want the Romans to destroy Israel. But as you can see, the altar incense, the incense is that prayers going up before him. The ark itself. And I love the way she did the blood coming off. The blood was sprinkled onto the ark when the high priest came in. He would come in, come up, sprinkle the blood of the sacrifice onto the ark, and then it would sprinkle, right, with the hot soap, and come. As you can hear, I have bells. Why? Because he said in his word that the high priest would come in with the shield of Israel on his heart to come in and make intercession for God. That's Yeshua is the high priest, but he's not a Levite. He's the order of Melchizedek, which is a priesthood forever. The high priest, Levite, could die. He was a man. But Yeshua died and rose again. That he is the high priest forever. When he came in, the bells, they could hear them on the outside. If they could hear the bells, they knew that the high priest was still alive. But also, the ark was like a giant battery. And if you have gold, it makes a great conductor for electricity. So the bells was to dissipate the electricity. But he had to be barefooted too, to make contact with the ground. He was grounded out. If he was to do like the one man did when they were transporting the ark, you remember, he went to touch it and it killed him. Why? Because he wasn't grounded. There was so much power in that ark because it's inlaid with gold. That's great. It's like we go to touch it and all that power. See, we can't fool his power. We cannot take it lightly. It is awesome and it is fearful. And that's the representation. We come in to his presence, into the holiness, not casually, like a lot of people have done. Because that'll be killed. It will. You come into his presence casually, you come in with fear and trembling. Not a terrified fear, but of holy fear, of reverence. Moses said he was in his presence, and yet when everything was going on at Sinai, he even said, he says, I'm filled with fear and trembling. Because of the awesomeness that was going on at Mount Sinai. Lightning, thunder, earthquake, fire, smoke, shofars blowing that would just deafen everybody. And they're going back. And that's why we should come into his presence like that. This is a representation, right? This is a shadow of what's actually in the throne room. Don't take it lightly, please. Don't take it lightly. And we ask for his forgiveness. You see Israel encamped around the Mishkan. He says he would be in the presence of his people. He would come and tabernacle with them, or sukkah, that he would be in the midst of his people. He's here now. He's in the midst of his people. He's in the midst of you, because you are the tabernacle. You are the one he resides in. Take this precious, because we may not know how long we got left. We don't know. But reverence him. Reverence him. Worship him. Because this is what this is all about. This is covenant. This is covenant between you and him. This is why he did all this. To have covenant with you. To be with you. And a covenant is not just a contract that you can break. It is forever. And you use the covenant each time a generation comes up. He's saying, I want to renew my covenant with you. I renewed it with you. I made it with your father, Adam. I want to renew it with you. It's not a new covenant. It's a renewed covenant. It's the same covenant that came from the garden. It doesn't change. It doesn't do anything except provide